Hi, I'm Maya Jenson. I'm an actor. Welcome to Chat with Dan.
Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dad here. Joining me today, what can I say? There's so much talent in the room right now because I have on the show the incredible, the amazing, the badass, the superstar, the legendary, the one and only, the incredible Maya. Maya, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
I'm fantastic. What better way to have an incredible, super badass day than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. But also in the description below, you're gonna find all of Maya's social media. Let's find out why she's super badass. And without further more, let's jump in. So I want to start this whole conversation by throwing out the first question, which is, what first pulled you to acting in the first place? Was there a specific moment, experience, something that triggered the whole thing to make you realize, you know what, this is where my journey begins now?
I think it was probably the theater program at my school, at my elementary school first. And I kind of got pulled in. And it's where I felt like I finally belonged somewhere. I was never really into sports or schoolwork or anything. And the second I started doing theater, I made some friends, and I realized that was what lit me up and made me very excited. And I never wanted to leave and go home. I was always at rehearsal and just wanting to be there. So I think that's kind of how, like, specifically with musicals, I did a lot of musicals and like just the shows at my elementary school. Yeah.
Once you decided, right, to make it as a career, tell me what were some of those, let's say challenges that you had as you were making it into a pro career, let's say.
Probably because I have so much passion and I feel like I'm a very creative person. A lot of the challenges come from maybe the business side of acting because that doesn't really come naturally to me. I like to express myself and I love creating my characters, but when I was studying acting in college, there was a lot of focus on creating a website and finding representation and looking online at like memorizing casting directors and networking and all of these things, which are very important for your career, but those things don't come naturally to me. I have a hard time with anything like that. So I think that, and I didn't really realize that was a part of it, but it's a huge part of it, and it's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's something about this whole career that surprised you once you were actually deep inside it, let's say?
Probably, I guess, like along those same lines, I was surprised by a lot of the technicality of how sets work. And there is obviously a lot of fun and actual like acting and playing around and such, but there's also a lot of standing on your mark and making sure the light is hitting you where it's supposed to and you're not blocking somebody else's light, and like just all of the things that like production, like producers and directors and higher ups kind of think about for the vision of the show or commercial or music video or whatever it is. A lot of these things are very technical, and you don't really realize, you kind of have to get to set and do time and have experience there to like really get used to how it works, because it can be very different than just like being on stage in class or something like that, when it's just you're doing your scene and then that's all you have to do. Yeah.
Mm. And at this point, what part of the process do you enjoy the most? Is it the auditions, being on set, the whole preparation? Like, what is it?
I love a lot of different parts of it. Of course, being on set is so fun and definitely one of my favorite things, but I also love being in class. And I think that's something that I really, really try to do as much as possible, no matter how busy my schedule is. because I think it's really important for myself, not only for my like to grow my skills and my experience, but also just like it almost feels therapeutic to discover myself and things that I'm capable of in the safety of like my class with my teacher and like fellow students who are studying acting. But being on set is so fun as well, and just like meeting different people. Yeah.
And on the flip side, what part of it do you still find it challenging or that you don't like that much, let's say?
I would say, I mean, I do like auditioning because I think it can be really fun to have different scenes. And I have my best friend is my roommate and she's also an actor. So it can be a lot of fun to be each other's reader, which is the person who says the other lines off camera. And we can make fun choices. And that can be really exciting. But sometimes the auditioning can be really challenging and draining because I might have 10 auditions to do in one day. And it's just a lot of work. And a lot of the time you send these tapes out and never even hear anything. So it can be difficult to put in all of that work without the like immediate validation or some sort of like sense that it means something. Obviously, it means something, but like it's like sometimes it just feels like you're sending it out to the void. So it can be hard to get yourself to just like do the work every single time with all of those tapes.
And tell me, at this point, how you don't let yourself being affected by rejections happen, right? Part of the gig. So what is your usual process to not let yourself being affected by and continue moving forward through your day, let's say?
I think, like, specifically with auditions, and it can be easy when you're excited for the potential of a role. Like, if you get an audition that you're really excited about or a character you'd really love to play, for me, it can be easy to get attached and really want it and, fantasize about what would it be like to book this role and be able to play this character. And I could go there for hours in my head. But I think that's good. I don't think it's bad to like dream and imagine what if you book it, obviously. But at the same time, it is important to kind of like once you do send out the audition to just release it and know that I did the best I can. And if I hear about it again, that's amazing. If not, they still saw my work. Maybe. But like, like still I still have the experience. So I guess like I try to practice like the second I send out my audition, just kind of forget about it and go on with my life as normal. And then just like try not to dwell on it as much as possible.
Now, switching to our next activity called the craft break. Super simple. Gonna give you a line, a description, something, right, about a movie or a TV show. I'm gonna also provide you with some options, of course, but you have to guess which one is the correct one. Sounds
Okay.
good?
Sure.
Starting with the first one. Which actor accidentally smashed a real mirror with his fist during filming and kept acting while bleeding? Your options are
I already
Jake
know the
Gyllenhaal,
answer.
Tom Hardy, or Leo DiCaprio.
It's Leo DiCaprio.
Are you sure?
Yeah, in Django.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Should we? So we lock that in?
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, let me tell you that you're wrong. It was actually Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler.
Oh my God. You're right. I got so excited that I knew because I was thinking of a different glass thing, but okay. That was my bad. I did not listen to the full question. I heard glass break and I already made my decision in my head.
It happens. Switching to our next one. It's a quote, right?
Okay.
It goes, "What we do in life echoes in eternity." Your options: Troy, Gladiator, or Braveheart.
Oh, I don't know this one, but my guess is Braveheart.
Should that be the answer?
Yeah?
100%.
No.
I'll take it. Then let me just tell you in that case that you're wrong. It's Gladiator.
Okay. Yeah.
Switch it to our next one. Which film had actors generally exhausted because scenes were filmed in freezing natural conditions with minimal CGI help? Your options: The Revenant, Everest, or The Hateful Eight.
I want to say the Revenant or the Hateful Eight,
Okay.
but I'll go with the Revenant.
Then in that case, let me just tell you that you're correct. It's Revenant.
Oh, good. Okay, finally.
Now, which movie contains the famous improvised line, "You're gonna need a bigger boat"? Your options: Titanic, Jaws, or The Perfect Storm.
Okay, I knew it already, but I needed to let you finish because I didn't want to jump the gun again. But that is Jaws. I just rewatched that movie last week.
Then yes, it's Jaws. You got that right. Perfect. Now, which actor isolated himself from the cast and crew to stay emotionally connected to his role as the Joker? Your options are Joaquin Phoenix, Heath Ledger, or Jared Leto.
I want to say Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. That's the answer?
Yeah.
All right. Then, yes, it's Heath Ledger for The Dark Knight. Yeah. All right, you're killing it. Okay. Now, next one, it's a quote. It goes, "We accept the love we think we deserve." Your options: Little Woman, Lady Bird, or The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I think that's Little Women.
You sure that's the one?
I'm not sure.
But that's the answer.
Yeah.
Then in that case, you're wrong. It's The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Okay.
Yep. Now, which film intentionally avoided showing the monster too much because the practical effects kept failing? Your options: Alien, Jaws, or The Thing.
I want to say that's Jaws again.
Jaws, you sure?
Yeah.
Should we leave that? That's the answer?
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, yes, it's Jaws. You got it. Which actor learned to actually play drums at near professional level for a role? Your options: Ryan Gosling, Miles Teller, or Austin Butler.
Miles Teller.
You sure?
Yeah, I think.
Yes, it's Miles Teller. Do you remember the name of the film?
Whiplash.
There you go. Perfect. All right. Another quote coming in. It goes, "As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster." Your options: Casino, Scarface, or Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
100%.
It's one of my favorite movies. Yes, it's one of my favorite movies.
Let me just tell you that, yes, it's Goodfellas. Yeah, I love that. Great movie, by the way. Now, another quote. It goes, "No amount of money ever bought a second of time." Your options: The Wolf of Wall Street, Avengers Endgame, or Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Yeah, that's the one?
I think so.
Well, in that case, I'll just tell you that you're wrong. It's Avengers Endgame.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know what? Last one. For all the marbles. Either you win or lose.
Okay. Oh, God.
Which movie's final scene leaves audiences questioning whether anyone is actually human anymore? Your options: Blade Runner, The Thing, or Ex Machina.
I'm going to say... Oh, gosh.
Take your time. It's the last one.
Blade Runner.
You're sure?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure.
Do you want to think your answer? Think it twice. Think it over. Or think over that one.
I haven't seen Blade Runner. I've seen The Thing and I've seen Ex Machina, but for some reason I kind of want to say The Thing actually.
You okay? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the answer. Final answer.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Well, for all the marbles, let me tell you, you won. It's the thing.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm so glad I changed my answer.
Yeah, yeah. Good job. Love it. Now, returning to our regular transmission, tell me, how do you personally deal with auditions that don't go anywhere?
I mean, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Just try to release it and not think about it too much. Yeah, usually cuz most of the time you don't hear anything if like I never really get rejection. If you don't get it, they just don't say anything usually. And so I just try to forget about it and do things that make me happy to like, distract myself, but it's not easy. Sometimes you have an audition and you want it more than anything. And I'll think about it all the time. But yeah, there's nothing you can do. You just have to know that it's out of your control and it has nothing to do with you as the actor because just because you don't book something doesn't mean you weren't good enough or you're not talented. It just you weren't the right choice for that specific role. And that you can't really control that.
And when you're doing self tapes, like what do you usual process? For example, do you usually, I don't know, submit it after 3, 4 takes? Do you kind of get yourself some opportunities in order for you to send it, or is it go everything at first take? Like, what is your process when you're making them?
It depends on the audition, but for the ones that I really care about, I'll get coaching for those. Usually go over to my acting coach's house and work on it with him, or I try to get them done as soon as I can, just so they're kind of out of the way and in casting's hands. But yeah, I try to do no more than like 2 or 3 takes. Usually I try to do one unless there's some sort of sound problem or, I forget a line or whatever. But I find that I used to be the type of actor who would retape an audition like 20 times because didn't think it was perfect and I would obsess over it. Usually the first take is the best one because it's the most natural. It's the most like you're going off of your instincts and you're making fresh choices. And when you're doing it for the 20th time, it's very stale and I'm so focused on making sure it's perfect that I'm not even in the moment with the scene. So I try hard to make it feel good and feel proud of it, but I just tape it like once or twice and then send it out.
And at this point, tell me, what has been the most funniest or weirdest audition you ever did?
I don't know. I There's definitely a few. I do a lot of auditions that are really funny because sometimes the choices that my roommate makes will make me laugh because she'll put on an accent that's really random and it's just to kind of like keep it exciting, because we do so many that we'll just make funny choices. Or I think I do so many that they all blend together. But I did have an audition. It was like a in college. I can't even remember. It was for like big some show and it was very like they wanted me to act like I was going down a water slide and it's like how do I do like I'm just like some of the time it's very strange action in the audition scene and it's like I can only do so much cuz I'm not like pretending like I'm going down a water slide is different than being there and actually being able to do it. So I think that's probably the weirdest is when the audition is like really heavy action stuff that I can't really replicate while I'm just in my apartment.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean,
Yeah.
and now that you mentioned, that you were saying a little bit about accents, what are some of the most weirdest accents you had to uh, play
I don't know about weirdest
or
because I don't
funniest?
really think, but like I, the funny, I don't know about, I mean, I love accents. I think they're so fun. And once you do, it's really, honestly, sometimes it can become addicting. Like I'll just like not be able to stop doing it. But I had, I was doing a show that took place during the Salem witch trials. So it was like a rhotic English accent from that time period. It's like very specific, and so that one was really cool and weird and funny. Also, I love a good Southern accent. Like those are always fun to do, and it's like that's the easiest for me to just drop into it. And also Australian is fun, but that one's a little bit hard to get into it.
And was it complicated at some point, right? That you get your mindset into this accent that at some point it was a little difficult to kind of release and return to talk normally the way you do?
Sometimes a little bit, not like in an extreme, but sometimes like if I'm really working on an accent or a specific way of speaking, I'll start thinking like that in that way. And then I'll catch myself and realize that I'm not thinking in my own voice, I guess. But I guess that even goes not even just with like voice, but also emotional place or mindset or whatever my wherever my character is. If I'm really like doing a lot of work for the character, like I can start feeling that way. And so that can be hard, especially if like the role I'm doing is dark, then I can kind of easily become a little like depressed or sad. And so it's important to still do like my own routine to remind myself that I'm not actually that person.
Now, what helps you stay consistent when things are slow or uncertain?
That's a really good question because that's a huge part of the job because it's very ebb and flow. Like it's never work is never guaranteed, and sometimes I'll have 3 months in a row where I'm working nonstop and super busy and so having so much fun and so grateful, but also so tired and like would love a day off. But then I will wrap a project and not know when the next one is and have a month or two without work at all and not knowing when I will work. So it can be really mentally challenging to find balance. And I'm still figuring it out, honestly. I don't have like the perfect answer because I struggle. I totally struggle with it. And sometimes I can get really anxious about work and like sometimes you feel like you're never going to work again, but the key is just I guess, and I have to tell myself this too because I need to hear it, but like just finding things that still like fuel my creativity and my passion that are outside of work, making sure my life feels full and exciting and peaceful and just like full of joy outside of work. So work isn't my whole life, I guess. So like I try to pick up hobbies like I've been making jewelry and sketching, and I've been like kind of making a very loose like documentary about my grandmother and just like taking acting classes. And so just finding things that make me feel like I'm still excited to wake up and create, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, like having that connection to keep that creative side active, right? Keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, how has your approach to acting changed from when you started to now?
I think probably it's changed in terms of like my definition of good, I guess. Like I think I was always looking for validation from acting teachers and feeling like in order to know that what I was doing was good enough, it would be if I got a note that was like, that was good. But I've learned to find that from inside of myself. And basically, if I'm, if whatever performance I'm giving is feels truthful and connected and I'm making choices that feel right to me in the moment. I don't even need to know why, but like it just feels right. And I'm trusting my own instincts. That's enough. Like that's all I need to be doing to be the artist that I want to be. And just trying not to rely on external validation and like find it from myself and feel like creating my own process and knowing that the choices I make and the things that I do are truthful, and if it feels right, then that's all that I need to be doing. I don't need to be doing more or less. Yeah.
You're killing it out here. Let me just tell you that. Epic.
Thank you.
Epic. Now, switching to our next activity. Speed round questions. Yes, no, or pass. Super simple. Gonna ask you a couple
Okay.
of questions, but you can only answer yes, no, or pass. You ready?
Yeah.
So, have you ever doubted your talent?
Yes.
Have you ever said yes to something you knew it wasn't right?
Yes.
Have you ever compared your journey to someone else's?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like quitting everything?
Yeah.
Do you think success changes people?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt misunderstood in your career?
Yes.
Do you believe timing matters more than talent?
Yes.
Have you ever taken an opportunity out of fear of losing momentum?
Yes.
Do you think you're where you're supposed to be right now?
Yes.
Have you ever surprised yourself with what you're capable of?
Yeah.
And a bonus one, can you cry on cue?
That I know it's yes, no, or pass, but the answer is yes, but it's not like I don't consider crying on cue acting, if that makes sense. Because it's like, what's the word? It's not real. Like I don't think I try not to, I guess is the answer. I can if it's necessary, and sometimes like a director will really want that. But the goal is not to have to cry on cue. The goal for me is to actually feel the emotion and then release it, rather than just like being an acting robot and being able to pour tears. Like I think it's much more interesting when an actor has like is trying not to cry than like trying to cry, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it needs to be, on your case, it needs to be authentic, right? It needs to come actually from the
Yeah.
heart and not be telling you like 1, 2, 3, cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Now, returning to our regular transmission one more time. Tell me, what does making it mean to you now compared to when you first started?
I think now making it means to me being able to fully support myself by doing projects that excite me and feel new and really like things that I'm really passionate about and really wanting to do. As actors, it's totally a part of the job to have to do certain projects that maybe you don't agree with the creative vision for it, or you don't like the script, or any number of things, but it's like you kind of have to say yes to a lot of opportunities. And I think for me, making it is to be able to just choose projects and have the also like being offered projects that are really exciting, and things that just like working with artists that I admire and respect and want to collaborate with, opposed to just kind of doing whatever I need to make rent. And I think compared to when I started acting, when I started, I'm sure it was like it feels like making it is when you're famous and have an Oscar and all of that, which I mean, that still is a version of making it, but I don't think that's what to me is what is as important as being able to make things that I'm excited about.
Hmm. And what are some of those projects that excites you the most?
I don't know. Like I love like just like indie filmmaking. I love horror movies, or just like I can't even really say like a specific thing. It's more like when I see it, I'll be like, "Oh my god, that's I would love to be doing something like this." Or just even like if I'm talking about their project and they have so much passion for it, and like to work with people who are so passionate and have such a clear vision that I believe in, that's kind of what I want to do. Like, I guess, I mean, recently, off the top of my head, I just finished watching Margot's Got Money Troubles on Apple TV, and it's so good. And I think Elle Fanning is incredible in that role. And I like while watching it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like a role like this would be so cool. Like, it's just such a fun, challenging role that I would love to do something like.
I mean, we all know that's gonna happen at some point. You know what I mean? And when that happens, I'll be like, I knew it. You know, wouldn't be surprised. I'll be like, come on. Now, when all of this is said and done, not the work, not the recognition, just you as a person, tell me, what do you hope your life actually meant?
That I was a good person and present. Like I was very present in my life and had a lot of love and did things that scared me and like laughed a lot. Just like made really meaningful memories with like having strong connections with friends and family, and making, I guess, an impact on the people that I love, and having them make an impact on me, and feeling peaceful and proud of everything.
I love it. What do you think the 12-year-old version of yourself would think about you right now?
I mean, I think she would be thrilled, which is like important to remember sometimes, because it can be hard no matter where you are in any career at whatever phase you are in your life, to compare yourself to other people and to feel like you're not where you need to be, or you need to be doing more, or just always, at least for me, I can get so focused on what I'm doing wrong or what I need to be doing. But your question is really a good one to ask yourself, because like my 12-year-old self would be so excited and happy and proud of me, I think. I hope. Yeah, no, I know she would be for sure.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty epic. And you know what? My last question here. So we can all enjoy and relax after an epic chat. So, what do you think that could be the best title for this episode?
Oh my God. I don't know. Like, Maya's bad at trivia.
I mean, wait, I can work with that.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know it. I'm not a title. I'm not good at titles or captions or bio. Like, it could be the best interview of all time ever made.
Oh, I like that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's even better. Much better. That sounds
Okay,
like a
good.
franchise, even. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sounds like a title to me. And
Great.
what can I say? I'm speechless. I mean, I love what you do. I admire it and I respect it because it's not easy, right? We all know that pursuing something outside a typical box, pursuing something outside of all of that, and to start from scratch to build your own path, it takes guts for sure, you know? And the thing that I love the most about what you do is that sure, you can give us cool characters, cool stories, moments for us to laugh, to feel scared, to cry, like all of that. But what I love the most is that you're giving us hope, because with the work you do, you're showing us that dreams can come true. And you know what? That type of message is something we desperately need right now, especially now in this crazy day and era. The fact that we can rely on you and your work, that is giving us hope that hey, dreams can come true, you know, and you're showing us that if you stay persistent to it and you stay focused to it, sure, there's gonna be moments in which you're gonna try, in which you will want to sell everything and go to live to the most far away cabin in the woods and stay there for the rest of your life. I get it, but at the end of the day, you're showing us that dreams can come true, and that's incredible. That's badass. And as I was saying, this question when I was like, I know why she's badass. So pretty epic.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I do want to thank also those who stayed the whole episode. Let us know what you think in the comments below. But by this point, do I really need to have to repeat it myself? I mean, we already know why Maya is super badass, so let's follow her. Let's share some love. Hashtag Team Maya. And again, thank you for making this happen. Keep shining out there, keep rocking, keep kicking ass. And hey, I'll be definitely be seeing you in the next one.
Thank you.
Of course.